Alright, so was interrupted last time in the middle of shopping.
Hello again. Is there something you need?
I was
Some supplies, perhaps?
going to leave it overnight, but something happened and it exited out of it, so I had to play through the last few bits that I hadn't saved at, which wasn't too much, but I did want to do the same exact thing, so I went through all the conversations and such in the same way.
Well, let me know what you'd like.
Just in case, because some things will affect others in the game. And I haven't played this game enough to know exactly what they are. I need to start using some of this. There's really not much to sell. I still have no idea what this does. Maybe I should look it up. Or maybe someone should yell at me. Tell me what a moron I am for not knowing. Ew. Yeah, I don't really have enough, and I plan on using this on other teammates, so... Well, that was a quick shopping trip. Didn't really do anything for me either. Suppose I could go exploring on the other side. I know there's more people near the gate and such. Oh, it just says work council. Okay.
Don't try the stew. Just between you and me.
That makes me a bit nervous. And here one of the options was to have a hot meal.
Hello. It really is good to see more elves here.
I'll bet. This is now mine. Belongs to me. Wow. This place must be ancient, or was, like, abolished in some war. The walls are all broken down.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
So it seems. Oh my goodness. Naturally I would return the sarcasm. But would an elf that came from the forest? I imagine she'd be rather confused.
Oh, nothing. Just trying to find a bright side to all this. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
What? No. Would that make your day worse?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, the Dalish. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
I don't know, I still don't know how he could have recognized me without a detailed report of how I look, but, you know, whoever floats his boat. What can you tell me about the joining?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
You want more women in the Grey Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Just recently.
I've only fought them once up close. And that was before the battles here started, which Duncan has kept me out of so far. Tell me, did you find them as monstrous as I did?
Depends on how monstrous you found them.
I'd read so much, but it just can't prepare you. I don't look forward to seeing them again. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
What was the argument about?
With the mage. The circle is here at the king's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
A mage hunter, huh?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Alright. Let's
If
go.
you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
I always found that funny in some games. Completely new person, don't know anything about them. Assumedly, they don't even really know anything about where they are. And they're always the ones in charge. Which I believe is addressed later on by another character. Here's the dog. Under the pile.
Let us consider the evil before us.
Is there really anything else around here? It's Royal Enclave. I imagine they're in a meeting at the moment. No, that's something else. God. If a recruit was actually doing this, I imagine Alistair was just... No, over there. It's down there. You went past
This
it.
wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Interesting.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
I imagine for lots of people that sounds very tempting.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter.
Okay.
Blessed are the peacekeepers.
Jeez, this place was ripped apart by some great battle. Or maybe time took it and I don't know what I'm talking about.
There are lots of darkspawn in different colors.
Alright.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the maids, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
I imagine I wouldn't be very comfortable with this, so let's just move on.
Yes, let us begin. You four will be heading into the Korkari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Okay. The second task.
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kinds of scrolls?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
What happens if they're not there anymore?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Alright. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Look at that. Lots of team members. Joy. More generic soldiers and knights.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turnlow that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yep. I want to talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
Just wanted to talk.
Are you the new Grey Warden recruit? I was just walking by when I heard. It must be exciting to be so important. Wait, you aren't here to tell me I'm in trouble, are you?
No.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
Sorry. My brother is home, and he has the window open in his room. And the wind just pulled the door open even though it was supposed to be closed. It's not funny.
Maker's breath, another elf. What do you want?
Rude! You have a problem with elves?
Not in particular, except for them being so thin-boned. You make good messengers sometimes. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
I don't really think I want to talk to you anyways.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Ugh. That was my pathetic growl. Don't judge. The soldier. And he's still running around. Goodness freaking gracious.
Very well.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Did we go out during the night? That seems a bit silly. Squirrel! Squirrel! Excuse me, my drink got in the way. I will. Nah, I won't. I was gonna go to the top there and just shoot them, but that didn't happen. It seems I have tutorials turned off.
Very well.
Okay. Since I did turn off tutorials, I should probably change their tactics. Great. Now I have to bore you, because I have to read all of this. Okay. No. This one seems intelligent. I don't know enough about these characters. Who are you, Davith? Looks like you're physically based. And then Jory. Also physically based. What about your weapons? This is your secondary, is it? Why is that your secondary? Because your normal is a longbow. And your secondary is that. So I'll set you unranged. And then makes way more sense for him to be just like right in the thick of battle. Whoops. That's definitely a map. I prefer that. I don't like... I am the only one who is allowed to just run into battle. The only one. I wish the camera could be more like from an eagle eye point of view, but whatever. Well, that's a good sign. Sparkled.
It is begun.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not allowed further into the water. I suppose I might sink into it. More dead people. But let's figure out... crud. Quests. I want codex. Quest related. Letter to Jogby. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wild, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrived and maybe establish an agreement with the local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. And then he lists out how to find a meeting point. Interesting. That person is alive.
Over here.
Hello.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please, help me. I've got to return to camp.
We've got to keep going, and I assume they'll say they'll refuse if you suggest to take him back with us. So we'll bandage him.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
The truth be told, I imagine he might be killed anyways.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
And suddenly that eyeshadow is far too bright. We're far from helpless.
I still do not relish the thought of encountering an army.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.